You might not want to hear this today, but if you're the one that's always checking in, reaching out, messaging them, and doing everything for the friendship, that's a one-sided friendship. Friendship should never feel like a chore. You should never feel like you're begging for basic decency, respect, effort. Stop making excuses for people who won't even notice if you stop showing up. Stop making excuses for people who wouldn't even check in on you the way that you check in on them. And stop showing up for people the way that you show up for them. Reciprocity isn't asking for too much, it's the bare fucking minimum. So you know what you should do? You should let them be friends with people in their own league. Because the right friendships will never make you question your worth. Mwah.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
I think one of the toughest pills to swallow in real time is when you sit back and you stop reaching out, you stop calling first, and you stop overextending yourself, and you quickly realize that the relationship that you thought was a fruitful bond was really one-sided all along. And that this person that you made the center of your life or an integral piece of your life did not have the same level of commitment to you as you had to them. And I honestly and truly believe that I am in the era in my life where I am not going to match people's energy, but I am going to strictly only give my energy to people that value it. There's no reason why I'm going above and beyond for you. I'm constantly communicating first. I'm constantly calling first. I'm constantly making an initiative for us to hang out, but there is no reciprocity when it comes to you repaying the favor. And if you ever mention these things to them, they'll constantly say that you're counting favors, you're trying to hold things over their head, or you're doing things with the wrong intent. However, if they understood the principle of these things and that it should be normal for you to reach out and check on your friend if they do the same thing to you, it would never be a disagreement in the first place because they would just get it. That's why I tell people all the time, you have to be able to discern who is emotionally intelligent enough to receive the type of love that you are capable of giving. And if they are not on that wavelength, then you need to deal with them accordingly. Not saying that you cannot associate with them, but you do not need to be putting them in a higher category of friendship, especially a best friend category, because they're not equated to that level of friendship with you. Their EQ was not there yet.
I'm done being a one-sided friend. Like, I'm done being the friend that reaches out to you first. I'm done being the friend that like initiates plans first. I'm done being the friend like, I'm not getting you a gift if you don't give me a gift. Like, that's just not happening. And I'm also not going to speak life and support your dreams and your goals if you're not speaking life into my dreams and supporting my goals. It's called reciprocity. Yeah. So I'm done being a one-sided friend. Yeah. Thanks.
Every now and again, you need to test your friendships to see truly where you lie in people's life. I have, for a time, played a certain role in a particular friendship that I have. And in this friendship, I was like the therapist. This friend would come to me all the time and vent their problems, relationships, family relationship problems, just you name it, they vented to me about it. And at first, it was something that I didn't really think twice about. I'm their friend. Of course, I'm going to listen to them. Of course, I'm going to offer advice if they want it. But what I started to realize was that it wasn't reciprocal. When there were times where I wanted to vent or when things were going on in my life and I wanted someone to just listen to me, I realized that that person was not willing to hear what I had to say and would always turn the conversation back to them and their problems. Be wary of these people. They are just trying to use you for their own benefit, and they have no real desire to have the relationship be a give and take type of relationship. All they want to do is take from you and never give nothing to you. They want to take what you have in your cup and never pour back into you. Do not be around people where you're constantly filling their cup and then you're depleted and your cup is now empty because you've been pouring into them and they're not pouring back to you. Relationships, friendships, all of it should be a reciprocal exchange. It should be a give and take. It should be both people are pouring into each other, not a one-sided friendship or a one-sided relationship where you're the one always pouring into them and they are not doing the same for you.
So I think I don't know if it's my frontal lobe developing. I don't know if it's just me being fed up. I don't know what it is, but I've really gotten to this state in my life where anybody can go. Anybody can go. I am one of those people where I let loyalty keep me in situations that I know I have no business being in. And I feel like one of the biggest goals I'm setting for myself is that if people are showing me that they do not deserve access to me, then I have every right to pull my access back. I am so used to just pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring, and I am so used to making excuses for people. I will visibly see the difference between how a person treats me versus how they treat their other friend, or even how they are in relationships, or whatever the case may be, and I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll still keep them in my life, and I will give them so much access to me and my life. And for, I want to say, maybe like the last 3 or 4 months, I really went ghost, y'all. Like, I have stopped telling people everything. I've stopped sharing everything with everybody. I don't feel the need to reach out to people first. I don't feel the need to do the fake check-ins. Oh, boo, how are you? Oh, da da da. I don't feel the need to do none of that. And I think the most like shocking thing is that I don't feel a loss for not talking to people no more. I truly believe that I was really expecting to feel like such a big loss from people if I were to remove them from my life, that's why I kept them in. But I'm literally just chilling. Like, honestly, going into next year, I'm about to be 24. I don't have time for unequally yoked relationships, friendships, situationships, nothing. I don't want anything in my life to be unequally yoked, because I have noticed that it takes more of, like, it affects me more than it affects the other person. And I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. Like, if you cannot come in my life and be consistent, if you cannot come in my life and give me the same respect I give you, if you cannot come in my life and properly communicate as an adult, you're not going to be in my life. You're not going to be in my life. If I ever have to question, is this person really my friend, or is this person really down for me, or could this be a Judas? If I have to ask, could you be a Judas? You got to go. I need a Peter. Now, Peter, yes. Did he deny Jesus 3 times? Yes, he did. But once he came to his senses and he repented, we never had no issues out of Peter no more. Peter became a ride or die. And that's what I need. I'm not saying that the friendship or the relationship got to be perfect, because it's not. We 2 different people. We come from 2 different backgrounds. We got 2 different traumas. We still trying to fight. We walk in 2 different walks. So I understand that things are going to be different and things are going to heat up sometimes. I need somebody that's willing to fight. I've always been the fighter. I've always been the let's sit down, let's work it out. Even in my younger days when I was real petty and real crazy with it, I even was like, okay, we got to fight it out. Then let's just fight it out and get back cool. Like, I need a fighter. I'm tired of being the only fighter in the friendship. If I got to get in the ring and I'm noticing that I'm in the ring by myself, I'm stepping out and I'm closing the ring down. It's done. So, like I said, y'all, I don't know if it's just me being fed up. I don't know if it's just my frontal lobe developing. It might even be a mix of the two, but 2025, I ain't having it. I'm not having it.
I ended a few friendships at the end of 2024. It was one-sided. I was doing all of the work, and after I stopped reaching out, I haven't even heard anything from any one of them. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it was just me. It was just me. And they never reached back out. I'm like, okay, well.
What is the smallest social slight someone can do to you that's actually a big deal?
One-sided friendships. One-sided friendships where you're basically just the go-to person whenever there's drama, whenever there's chaos, whenever some shit goes down. And whenever that happens, you're always on the receiving end. You're always the therapist. You're always having to give advice to this person, only for that person to not even follow the advice. So really, you've just wasted your time. And you try to see the good in them no matter what, thinking that, oh, things are going to change, things are going to be different, when in actuality, it doesn't. And God forbid, if you try to talk about yourself and what you're going through, they'll just somehow pin it back on themselves, and without even acknowledging your feelings and validate you. So on top of that, now this person has a secret or has information on you that they can use on you at any given time. And to make matters worse, you're afraid to communicate and establish boundaries with these people because deep down you're afraid of how they're going to react and if they're going to take offense to it. And come to think of it now, a lot of the friendships that I was in before were very one-sided. I was always the therapist. I was always the go-to person. Everybody came to me about their tea. And the one thing I'm proud of is that even when these people came to me about their drama and about their BS, I never went out of my way to tell other people about their tea. And yet I was still treated poorly just for being loyal. This is just a reminder that friendships should always be reciprocal, okay? There should always be an equal amount of effort being put in, whether seeing each other physically for hangouts and also emotionally. And that is something I take very seriously. And if you are somebody who's in one of these one-sided friendships, now would be a good time for you to do some assessments and debate whether or not these types of people are worthy having in your life. Because 9 times out of 10, the only reason why they're around you is because it's beneficial. It's beneficial to them, but it's not beneficial to you.
I am tired of the friendships that don't ever make an effort. I am tired of being the one that makes 90% of the effort in a friendship. 2025 is going to be the year that I'm absolutely fucking alone. You know why? Because I'm going to stop reaching out to my friends. Unless you reach out to me, why do I have to reach out to you to ask how you are doing every single time? If I don't bother to pick up the phone or text you, then I don't hear from you. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it.
If you got one-sided friendships, break up with that friend. They're a bitch. You don't need them in your life. If your friend does not realize phone works both ways, cut them out of your life. They are not worth your time. You are not their mommy or daddy. They can plan shit out too, I promise you. Here's a test to know whether or not your friend's a bitch. Think in your head, if I didn't text them first, ask them to hang out first, or call them first, would this relationship crumble? And if you come to the conclusion that the friendship would fall apart because they would never reach out, then ding, 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 your friend's a bitch and you don't need them. This may sound angry, but I'm just putting out game, honestly. You're not their boss, you're not their wedding planner. Why do you need to reach out first in order to receive a message back? Friendships are not one-sided. That's just stupid. And if you're that friend and you're sitting there thinking, no, I don't need to reach out to them. That's just our dynamic. They plan everything. They message first. I don't need to do anything. Well, I have an exercise for you. Sit there. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Pull up a mirror and you'll see a bitch. You may also be called a loser, a bad friend, a Jack Harlow fan. And if you're any of those, I don't like you. Reach out to your friends, check up on them, take them out to get boba, go to the strip club, I don't know, whatever.
One-sided friendships. This is why I can no longer do a one-sided friendship. Now, number one, I'm not going to be the only person reaching out first. I have been in friendships with people and I realize I'm the only one reaching out. I'm the one texting them inspirations in the morning, have a good work week, have a great day, and they're never reaching out first. And I realized if this is really my friend, they're going to put effort into reaching out to me and checking on me just as much as I check on them. Okay? Second thing, I'm not going to be the only one planning things. I hate being the friend that's like, hey girl, let's go eat today. Hey girl, let's go hang out and do something. When I have friendships now, it got to go both ways. Treat me the way you treat your man, girl, because guess what? Us women, when we got a man, we plan things, we reach out first. We don't just wait on the man. Okay, I need the same energy because I'm a relationship of yours. It's an intimate relationship. No, we're not sleeping together, but it's not going to be one-sided. Okay. Number 3, I hate a one-sided friendship where I'm picking up the tab and you never offer to pick up the tab. I'm not saying that I expect my friends to pay for my food, but if we're going back and forth, one night we go get drinks, the next night we go get drinks, you pay, the first night I pay, that's fair. But me always picking up the tab and you not paying at all, that's a one-sided friendship that I'm not interested in. This is a big one for me. Posting me on social media. I had a friend, I would always post her on my page. I would tag her. I would comment on her pictures, like her pictures, watch her stories. She never liked my pictures. She never commented on my pictures. She never liked my stories, and she wasn't watching my story. I think she actually had my page muted, y'all, because I post so much. How come you're not coming up in my views? To me, that's a one-sided friendship. I want to be friends with people that are not jealous of me and that also show me the same love that I show them back. And if this is too much, then we don't need to be friends. I don't do one-sided friendships no more. I just don't. Number 4, weird energy. A lot of women have weird energy, and I think that you guys know what I'm talking about. The weird energy, the not showing up when you expect them to meet you somewhere, the not calling you back until 2 weeks later, but they're always on social media, the not responding. That's a one-sided friendship, and I'm just not doing it no more. So y'all let me know in the comments, what are your non-negotiables and what y'all think about one-sided friendships, and if you ever been in one, and what you're not standing for.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
I ran across 2 videos on 2 different platforms, and it must have been meant for me to see both of those videos. The first video, it was a young lady who was talking about fake friends and frenemies. If that didn't strike a nerve because she was on point, the second video, how to grieve over a friendship. So I listened to that as well. Both of those videos made me realize, of course I've realized this, but it gave me more of a confirmation, is that not everybody deserves you as a friend. Not everyone knows how to handle you as a friend. Not everyone wants to hear full transparency. They want you to hype them up. They want you to tell them that they are always right, not wrong. They want a yes man, a yes woman. I am a true friend. You ask for my feedback, my thoughts, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. And in return, I would want you to keep it 100 with me. If that was not the case, I would not be a good friend to you and vice versa. I've come into a situation like that where I realized that person didn't deserve me as a friend. I won't go too much in details, but I changed my mind. I am going to go into details. I had a situation. I was friends with someone long time ago. And I was their ride or die. I was going bats. I was, when they would, confide in me about their problems, their situationships, relationships, anything, I would be that friend who they could depend on. Don't have to worry about me airing your business out for whatever reason, because I would never do that no matter what. But I was the ride or die. I would attend all of their events, whatever. Maybe it was a baby shower, maybe it was a function at church, whatever. I was there. If I invite you to somewhere, to an event of mine or whatnot, they never showed up. It was always excuses. It was always, something came up, or, my child was sick or whatever. And how the friendship ended was, I found out there was an entitlement. I'll say that, some entitlement to where, I was like a referral or whatever. I was a referral for a job. I guess the person didn't get the job, and all of a sudden it was bad mouthing me and talking behind my back that I did not help them get this job. I tried everything. I gave good recommendations on why the person should have been hired or whatever. I realized that person honestly didn't deserve me as a friend. When they started really showing their true colors, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut ties. I did what I needed to do to keep peace, to keep myself sane, and to realize, hey, maybe it wasn't you. It was just jealousy, or it was the person really didn't have good intentions as a friend with you. We stopped speaking. They had a relative to pass away, and I said my condolences. I know how to remain cordial, but at the same time, I know how to separate myself as a friend. Best of luck to them. That's how I took it. You got to be careful who you choose as your friend. The energy that you hand off to them is the same energy you would expect them to hand back off to you. I give you positive energy. If I'm sending you positive energy, I don't want you sending me negative energy. That's not how it works as a friend and in a friendship. I also have friends where I keep it 100. We are solid. And those are the friends that you want to hold on to forever. They are your ride or dies. You are their ride or dies, no matter what. Outside of that, the other people don't deserve you as a friend.
It's funny how people would treat you like an afterthought, and then they're surprised when you fall back from them completely. Especially people that have known you for a long time. They get used to you trying to reach out and spend time with them and all these other things, and they just blow you off and do whatever they're gonna do or whatever they're worried about, even though you've talked to them about certain aspects of the friendship bothering you. But they think you won't never fall back from them. They think you won't never just be like, I got a trick for your ass. And then they'll spend the rest of the time trying to reach out, and they act like they're so concerned about you thereafter. But when you wanted them to be, they were acting like having you around didn't matter. So you show them that you feel the same way. The same way you can disregard me, I'll forget about you too. But see, trust me, I'm not wishy-washy with who I fall back from. When I fall back, you will never see me again. Not even on social media.
A lot of people do not even value good friends. If you have a good friend, please cherish them. If they are a good person, you know this. Do not try to use them and mistreat them. They are rare people. A good friend to you is a very rare thing. Most people in this life are very selfish. And so if you have a person who really cares about you, and you know that, and they have shown you that, cherish them. Because once they step out of your life, you will see the reality of how most people are only for themselves. I have been that good friend, and I've cut a lot of people off because they were not giving me that same energy that I was giving them. And so I cut them off, and I moved on my life. No regrets whatsoever. If you have a special person in your life like that, trust me, they are not there forever. As soon as you show them that you are not a good friend back to them, they will move on with their life without you and keep it pushing.
Y'all ever had to demote a friend? Like, you just feel like the friendship is just very one-sided. And as an adult, who has time for one-sided friendships? Like, friendships that are not mutual, friendships where we're not equally pouring into each other. Like, that's really a waste of time. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know that we're all busy, we're all adults, we all are going through stuff, but it don't take not even 1 second, actually 10 seconds to send a text message and be like, hey, how you doing? Especially if I'm the one, or like you're the one who's always reaching out on a consistent basis. Like, come on, be for real. And I will say, just because you demote somebody, that doesn't mean there's bad blood. It don't mean y'all are fighting or whatever, or you beefing with each other. It literally just means, like right now, our friendship, you used to be right here, but you kind of like a couple levels down. And that's okay. There's potential that you can get knocked back up. Until you show that effort and that energy and you meet me where I'm at, you gonna stay right down here. And also what I like about demoting people is like also just making space for new people to come into your life who will kind of match where you are at. Demoting a friend could also mean like y'all are just in two different phases in your lives. Like they could be going down this path, you could be going down this path. Not saying that one path is better than another, but it's just like y'all are just have two different interests, y'all are just on two different wavelengths, and that's also okay. The role that people play in your life can vary depending on each season, and that's okay. Which is why I said we demote people. It ain't gotta be no big fallout. But at the end of the day, just be aware, be cognizant of how people are moving in your life, the energy that you're putting towards certain friendships or even relationships, and just make sure that things are mutual.
Have you ever asked a friend or somebody just to go out or to do something that you want to do and they deny you, and then all of a sudden you realize that everything you've ever done with them is something that they wanted to do and not really what you wanted to do, but you did it anyways because you just wanted to be with them? But now you're realizing it's not that you don't like your friends or want to stop being friends with them, but you just realize like, holy shit, I really just have to start doing what I want to do, not giving a fuck if other people want to come along for the ride, just doing what I want to do. I love my friends so much, but I am just tired of saying yes to everybody else, and then when I want to do something or I have a recommendation, it's no. I guess I had that same opportunity to say no to these people and I didn't, and they do have a right to say no to me. It just makes me realize like, yeah, I gotta stay in my own lane a little bit and just do me. Does anybody relate? I don't know. Let me know.
If you're stuck in a one-sided friendship, it might be time for you to do less. My advice column inbox is full of submissions on this topic right now. The stories fall into two buckets. There's the people who are giving to friends that really aren't their friends. And there are people who are sabotaging their good friendships because their expectations are unrealistic or they're failing to take responsibility for their own behavior. Either way, giving less to things that deplete us, to things that make us feel bad, giving less is always a good option. Give more to the current relationships that energize us. We can tell someone we miss them, we can invite them to hang, we can check in on them to make sure they're not having a mental health crisis, but if they don't respond to any of that, if they don't want to be with us, we can't make them. If there's a friend in your life who makes you feel awful, it's time to put less energy and effort into that relationship. I would also ask yourself why you feel so awful though. Maybe this one-sided friendship, we're just not compatible friends, or maybe they're a narcissist, or maybe they're a bully. There's also a chance that the friendship feels one-sided because of the way that you're looking at it. Any challenge we face, we have to ask what role we play in the problem. So for one, have I considered whether my expectations are unrealistic? Am I taking other people's very real busyness as a personal attack? Am I trying too hard to interfere with a natural ebb and flow of life? Even if you come out of that reflection being like, oh my God, I'm part of the problem, giving less can still be a good solution for you. Giving less doesn't mean breaking up. It doesn't mean ending the friendship. You can give less without harboring hate or resentment. You can do this while still leaving room for the future. Sometimes giving less is actually what heals a relationship and allows it to get to that next stage. Instead of holding on so tight, just loosen the grips a little bit. A little. For the real bad friends, just let it go. I'll do some full advice columns on this topic later so we can really get into the nuance of each situation and see how this plays out. But for now, I just had to say that. Happy New Year's. I'm staying in tonight. Let me know what you guys are doing.
A friend that's always the initiator of plans. You feel like you're the one constantly reaching out, you're the one constantly making plans, and you don't feel like they're being reciprocal towards you. And you're hoping that this person is going to be more reciprocal towards you. I've had to deal with this a lot within friendships because I used to be that one person that is constantly the one like, hey, you want to hang out? Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. And what I've learned is I ended up in a lot of one-sided friendships that lasted a little bit too long. And the moment I stopped reaching out first or I stopped initiating, I would never hear from them ever again. A friendship is supposed to be reciprocal. A friendship involves two people at minimum, and those two people need to be giving the same effort. If you're the only person giving that effort, then this is not going to be a sustainable friendship in the long run. You can go about it in two different ways. The first way is through actions rather than words. I want you to think about it like a tennis game. You guys can't play tennis together if the other person is not hitting the ball back. So if you're the one who first initiates plans, texts back, you hit the ball back, right? Now the ball's in their court. It is their turn to text you back. It is their turn to initiate the next set of plans. Leave that ball in their court until they do. And if they don't, then they're not a good tennis player. They can't participate or rally with you. And you can't play tennis or have a friendship on your own, by yourself. So if that ball stays on their court and they haven't made plans, they haven't texted you back, they haven't initiated, they haven't contacted you, okay, find yourself a different tennis player to play with, or a different friend. The second thing you can do is have an uncomfortable and awkward conversation, which is you bring it up and you tell them, hey, I've noticed that the last few hangouts, I've been the one that kind of initiated it. I've been the one that made plans. I feel like I'm the one who's constantly texting you, and I don't feel like you're doing the same for me. Now, the way that they respond and how they behave after you've brought that up will tell you everything that you need to know about this friendship. Ideally, somebody that actually wants this genuine friendship with you will apologize and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'll make plans next time. Somebody that knows that you've been initiating that and are okay with the one-sided friendship and really don't want to put in effort will kind of give you the gaslighting response or give you a bunch of excuses. They'll probably say things like, oh, I've just been so busy. I just have a lot of things on my mind. I really don't have time to respond or to make any plans. They're just essentially telling you that they are not going to change and they're not going to make plans moving forward. So you kind of have to read between the lines, read what is being said without actually being said. Now, I'm also going to give them a little bit benefit of the doubt, okay? Because a lot of people can be very super, super busy. Now, if they tell you that excuse of, oh, I've been super, super busy, but yet later down the line, their actions show you that they're trying. They're really trying. So the next time they're the ones that reach out to you, they're the ones that initiate plans, then at least they're putting in some effort despite how busy they are. This is a good sign. But if they give you the excuse of, oh, I'm just so busy, or any other type of excuse, but yet they don't even try to make time, they don't even try to text you back, they don't even try to initiate, then their actions are telling you exactly what you need to know. They're not that interested, and they're not going to change. And that's the moment where you have to decide for yourself whether you want to continue to invest in a friendship that is not willing to invest in you, or if you're going to choose yourself and pick yourself and invest in yourself and find better friends that are willing to give the same effort and energy into the friendship as you are willing to. Hope this helped. Love you.
Being busy is not an excuse, guys. I work about 13 hours per day, every single day. I have a friend right now, and I have been friends with him for the past 8 years. And we speak every single day, and we hang out about 2 to 3 times a week, every single week. You can find time. You can make time. If you really value that person, regardless of how much you work, you will find time to spend with that person. That is not an excuse. Even if you don't have the time, you make the time. Even if it's just an hour here, a few hours here, you can find that time.
Okay, fine. So I'm gonna do a story time. When I realized that I was in a one-sided friendship that had gone on for far too long. So when I was a teenager, this was like my main gal. But I feel like she was quite popular, or I don't know, but I'd always be initiating the hangout. I mean, I kind of knew that I was like not that important to her, but I ignored the feeling. I don't know, I didn't have anything. So I kind of ignored everything. So anyways, I can almost always tell like when a friendship is near the end though, because for whatever reason, whoever I thought was my best friend, like it was at some point reciprocated. But then, I don't know, out of nowhere I get kicked out of that status, and all of a sudden there's a new best friend. Like they met them at work or something and they just vibe like way more, and now they are more best friends with them than they have ever been with me. And it's like, okay. Anyway, so this friend gets a new best friend. I don't know, met through work or something like that. Best friend, like Instagram bestie, like everywhere. And I was like, oh, I'm kicked off the best friend tier. Fine. I'll swallow that, that's fine. So one day she invites me on like this birthday trip for her, and the new best friend is coming, but they cannot use either friend's car. So they asked me for my car, to use my car. My car also wasn't the best option, but it was the better option out of everybody's car. So I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, we're all going together. It was to like go to like a concert, and we rented like an Airbnb and whatever. And like I found out later, but she bought her and her friend's concert ticket, but not mine. Which I mean, fine. But I always bought her concert tickets like through our teen years. Like I would literally buy like concert tickets and be like, hey, like just come with me and like, you know, we can enjoy it together. I don't want you to pay me back. Literally never asked for her to pay back anything. So she told me though, like, you have to buy your own concert ticket. So like get it and like, I don't know, make sure it's like this so that we can be together. I'm like, okay. I feel like I'm a third wheel here, but we're gonna ignore my intuition. The day of like the trip, like the morning of, I meet her new best friend. And I don't know, I'm like socially awkward, but like I feel like people find it funny. Like people laugh at me all the time, but they're like laughing, like I can tell like you're laughing with me, not at me. She just like did not like my humor. She did not enjoy it. And so like sometimes I would say something and she would like take it literally and be like look at me like I'm weird. And maybe I am, but why are you being rude? I don't know, like you're in my car. Anyways, so we're like driving and stuff, and like halfway through, because it's like a road trip, like 6 hours or something, so halfway through we stop at DSW, I don't know, I think to use the bathroom and like get some shoes. So we're all like shopping around for shoes, and then we go back to the car. And at this time I had just gotten like CPR certified, and I don't know, I was really proud of myself, okay? So I don't remember what was going on. We were talking about like worst case scenarios or something like that. And I was like, well, I'm CPR certified, so just, you know, like, I was joking, but like also serious because I did that, you know, I was proud of myself. So anyways, she like, how's that gonna help us? Okay, I ignore it. Face, probably I'm like upset now, but I'm not gonna say anything. So we're all like switching, taking turns driving. This time, like I'm pretty sure I was the final person like to take over and drive. And we're in like, if you road trip in California, you know, there's like just really long stretches of just nothing like so I'm driving on that stretch that like goes for freaking ever. It's like an hour of just freaking nothingness. Or just in my zone, like this is my car, I'm comfortable here, and I'm just one hand, other hand is resting like I haven't been in a car accident. And her friend from the back is like, can you like put both your hands on the wheel? Like I feel really unsafe. Bitch, you're in my fucking car, let me just kick you out right now and I'll turn back. I wish I did. People tell me I should have done that. That would have been like really mean. So no, I wouldn't have done that, but oh, I thought about it. So anyways, this is where I'm like, okay, this girl hates me, like I know it. Because like you could have said that any other way, but it was like that. Okay, thanks. I'm like, I don't know about you, but like I'm comfortable driving, thank you very much. So anyways, we get there, the Airbnb, and I don't even remember, like, you know, we were having fun and stuff, and it's just like every now and then she would say something that's like kind of mean to me, or like she would just give me a vibe like, oh, she does not like me, okay. And then my friend would be there, like she, all this time she's been hearing these things, like she doesn't say anything, she doesn't like make it better. And even like my friends started being mean to me too, little things, like little comments, kind of like being like, okay. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like actually, what the fuck is wrong with me? Anyways, I remember we're like trying clothes on for the concert in the bathroom or whatever, and we'd like come out and be like, look at my outfit, like blah blah blah. Went to like do like, it was my turn, I was trying on my clothes, and we were like looking at what's the best option, right? When I go to change to like my second clothing option, I could hear the new friend ask my friend, are you sure she's like smaller than you? Are you sure she weighs less than you? And like, do you know anything about like how my mom was, my past, like, oh my god, probably the worst thing I could have heard. And I'm just like stopping there listening, and my friend was like, yeah, like she's I don't know, I think like the friend was trying to say like I looked chubby or something. So I'm like, awesome. So anyways, continue. I like try to just brush it off, go to the concert, come back from the concert, and then the next day we like drive back, or yeah, it was the next day we drive back, but then we end up like staying in like Santa Barbara on the way back. So we get like a little boutique hotel, and her friend like worked at the hotel, so he got a deal for everyone. And obviously, like looking back, it was totally done on purpose, but tell me why I didn't fucking catch on at the moment. Like they got their own room together, and I was put in a room by myself. No, I'm not gonna lie. If I were to say that, I did not enjoy having a room to myself after all that. But looking back, it's like, oh, that was definitely done to like exclude me and like single me out, because I could have definitely fit in that room with them. Like, you know, that's fine, whatever. We were supposed to go to like something that weekend, like the day that we got back, like that evening. And I was so fucking wiped out from all of this. I think they were trying to accuse me of like stealing the other friend, like the new best friend's makeup. Like they were like, she left it at the Airbnb, I'm certain. But
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.